Vámonos, cabrones!
Number 2, we have March 30th. We have Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is the older fighter right now. He hasn't fought in, I don't know, maybe a year, 2, 3 years now. It's been many, many months. I feel like Tim Tszyu this is more of a stepping stone for him, a stepping stone fight. I think that he is going to win this fight, and it's really all about setting up bigger and better fights, at least by names. So he's going to be fighting. Hopefully, if he wins this fight, he'll fight bigger name fights, and so he's at 100, and he's at the middleweight, so 154, 155 pounds. He does hold a belt, so this is for his belt. And I believe this is just a stepping stone. I hate to say it like that, no disrespect to Thurman, but this is how I think the fight's going to go down. It's going to be an entertaining fight. Thurman brings speed, he has skill, but Tszyu is raw. I mean, he's great, he's at his peak right now, and I believe that it's going to be by either a unanimous decision or a TKO. And the reason I say TKO is because Thurman's been knocked down before, but he has never been stopped, and I don't think he has it in him to be stopped. I think it's going to be someone else stopping the fight, like the ref or maybe his corner. So I think it's going to go down as a TKO or unanimous decision win for Tszyu, setting up a bigger fight in the future for him. So now let's go down to the co-main event, which would be Rolly Romero versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And Rolly Romero holds one of the belts at 140 pounds, which is the same weight class that Teofimo Lopez is at. I picked Pitbull Cruz hands down in this fight because he's proven by his last fight, or one of the fights that he had recently with Gervonta Davis, that he could take the power punches. I don't think that Rolly Romero hits harder than Davis, Gervonta Davis. So being able to give him a challenge like that, lasting through the whole fight, I don't even think he was even knocked down in that fight. Tells you a lot about Pitbull Cruz. That's why there's no rematch on that one, because Gervonta Davis is not dumb. He's not stupid. He's not going to fight the guy who gave him all these challenges again. He's going to avoid that guy and take bigger name fights with bigger money. So I think that fight, that rematch would be awesome money wise too. But right now I picked Pitbull Cruz to get one of those belts, possibly setting up a fight with Teofimo Lopez, possibly setting up a fight with Devin Haney, and then we have also in that weight class, as we're talking about the 140 pounders, we also have Sabril Matias, who has a belt that is kind of being avoided as well.
Vámonos, cabrones!
We have also in that weight class, as we're talking about the 140 pounders, we also have Sabril Matias, who has a belt that is kind of being avoided as well. I'm going to talk about that weight class right now. The super lightweights at 140 pounds. We got those 4 guys. We have Devin Haney, we have Sabril Matias, we have Teofimo Lopez. Hopefully soon we'll have Pitbull Cruz. And then there's probably going to be some kind of a tournament there where they're all going to fight each other to clean up that division for undisputed. I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to all those, how I think it should go down is that, I'm going to tell you right now, Devin Haney is going to try and pick the easier fight of these guys to fight. There really isn't no easy fight. I mean, he may go on Matias, but Matias they're trying not to fight the guy, right? I mean, they're trying to avoid this guy. Either one of these fighters can beat Devin Haney, right? And Devin Haney has the skills to beat him too, but I don't think it's going to be in the fashion of where it's obvious. I think it's going to be, he's probably going to be given the decision, but he'll box. He's a good boxer. It's just that he's moving up now to the big boys, right? 140 pounds. These guys, they pack a punch and they can all beat this guy. He's even though he's a good skillful boxer, he seems to lack in defense. I mean, and being a skillful boxer, part of it is having good defense, but he lacks that. And it's probably because he lacks power. So he doesn't get very much respect from his opponents. And that's just straight up. It's not because I don't like the guy. It's just that, I think he's been getting cherry picking and getting these belts. And he's the one I was talking about that's just cherry picking and just trying to build his name. I don't think he's beating anybody decisively. And he's just not that good. And that's not a knock on the guy. He's a great boxer, but he doesn't have power. which translate to defense. So guys are walking through his power, able to hit this guy. And I think now he's at the weight class where he's going to feel that power, and it's going to be more obvious now. So I pick out of the 4 guys, I pick Teofimo Lopez to clean up that division. Hopefully, if not by this year, by the next year. So we got exciting fights in that weight class. And also guys that are going to be challenging these guys. So we got some good stuff going on in this weight class at 140 pounds. Now, I was asked by a couple of members of my channel here to talk about Bud Crawford and Jaron. I'm gonna make him Mexican today. Jaron Ennis, or Jaron Boots Ennis, right? That, you know, why that at 147 pounds, why that fight doesn't happen. Crawford has 3 of the belts, and Jaron Boots has 1 of the belts. So if I were Crawford, I would take that fight and clean up the division, you know, by becoming undisputed at that weight class. I know he's talking about fighting, possibly fighting, you know, Canelo. That doesn't make any sense. He's talking about jumping up, you know, the next weight division, and then the next one, when he has Jermell at the next weight division to fight, which I think would be a great fight, and I think it makes money. So to me, money-wise and legend-wise, for his legendary status, is to fight the next level up. First take on Jaron and see if you can beat him, but many people think he can't. But I think that he probably will. And then move up and take the belts from the next guy and the level up. That's what pound for pound is all about. I mean, many consider him pound for pound, but he hasn't even cleaned up this division yet. So he's not even undisputed at 147 pounds, but people call him pound for pound. That doesn't make any sense. You know, Canelo did that 3 times already. So, I mean, that's what pound for pound is all about. Being able to beat everybody in your division, moving up and beating everybody in that division. So he needs to do that before I will consider him the best pound for pound boxer right now. That's the only knock I have on the guy. But Bud Crawford is a beast. And I think he just take on Jaron Boots Ennis, take those belts, move up. But forget about the Canelo fight. We're going to get into another discussion about Canelo and the possible fight with Crawford. It just doesn't make any sense. I know he wants the money. I know he's trying to, you know, clean up already as far as, you know, basically getting a big payday and retiring. But, you know, clean up these divisions first, man, then go for it. But all respect to you, bro. Just, you know, let's get Jaron first. Let's get Boots done. Let's clean up that division, become undisputed there, move up, possibly fighting with Jermell and taking his belts. I think you have a great shot there. But that's my... So there you have it, my boxing professional analysis for the next 2 months coming up. And don't forget, I'll be talking about Tyson Fury and Usyk here very soon. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and recommend my channel, Jason Mata at MVP210. Thank you very much for watching. God bless.